So if we work to November, so reviews for the channels. Not tomorrow, next time.
Does Frida have any space available on her?
I think I do. I mean, Frida is a bit of a pack mule.
Good job.
Because if so, totally need to get rid of some gear.
Mine just is not available for my over encumbrance. So I'm going to say yes. Yes, I do.
Why is your site not available?
I don't know.
So if you go to gear,
I'm in gear.
operate.
Yeah, it says NAN.
Huh.
Such a way that everybody's going to have a favorite character. It's going to be actual reasons why.
I think you're at your encumbrance level, but that's only because you have those 2 long swords, because you need to have that other one when you're not using Maligarn.
Right.
Or when
but
you're
I
using
don't-
Maligarn the wrong way. Like for
Right,
parries
I'm not
and stuff.
actually carrying the other longsword. It's just for math purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think, like you have 10. So heavy is 2, 2.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 9.5 is what I get it to. Your stuff. So you can get 1 more light item and then you're over encumbered.
Okay. I'm going to give you the Helmet of the False Demon. Jess, it's a light
Okay.
item.
I can just replace that with my studded leather cap.
It's more of a... It's not an actual armor. It's just flesh and gear, I guess. Trophies.
Yes.
Renner collects trophies, in case you haven't noticed this.
He will.
Is there a Forbidden Lands equivalent to a bag of holding?
No, it's called a stronghold, and you don't have one yet.
There is
Why
Pack
don't I have
Rat.
that yet?
Yes, pack rat would be also, and a mule. You know, the horses you had and don't have anymore.
Don't know what happened to those.
Oh, the wolf can
Did
have
we
them.
blow those ones up?
No, they're a different game.
Oh, okay. We've done that more than once, so
Yeah.
it's
That
like
might
your
have to do
favorite
with Pack Rat.
tactic is light the horses on fire and send them into combat.
Shh. Mikkel hasn't seen it yet.
I have not.
No word of a lie. Something along the lines of we put a bunch of gunpowder onto a mule, kicked the mule into combat, and then blew it up. And there basically was like half the combat. It was great.
Josh is the reason that if we play in one of Vanessa's campaigns, we're not allowed to have bags of holding anymore. Because we polymorphed a green dragon into a kitten and stuffed it into a bag of holding. It was hilarious. Vanessa was mortified.
It's a great time had by all. 10 out of 10 would play with this player.
You know something's gonna be great when you play a board game with your DM. Something horrifies them. We played Exploding Kittens with her, and she or not Exploding Kittens, Kittens in a Blender.
All
And she
right.
was
Sorry, yeah, we
horrified by that game.
just went live. So yes, apparently we can do shenanigans in other games too.
It's true.
Right, Jess?
We do. It's great.
Yeah,
I'm a horrible,
I mean,
horrible person.
You would have seen that last week when Jess's character decided to melt a demon with acid splash.
Yes,
That
yes, I
worked rather
did.
well. I mean, it would
I
have
did.
if the demon wasn't of the kind that it rematerialized later, but you couldn't know that
I have no idea what I'm doing.
at the time.
It still worked great in the moment.
It worked great in the moment. I will agree with this. I will definitely agree with this. All right. So, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, welcome everyone. We're a bit delayed with with one or two things, if you will. Chris will join us in a moment. He is just wrapping things up because he was doing the stream earlier today and ran a little bit late. But that's okay. He'll be with us shortly. I was gonna introduce all the players, but I'll do it in a different order this time because, of course, if Chris isn't here, it's just not just it's Jess and Josh who are amazing and not just. But anyway, we're missing people for the moment. That will soon be amended. I can say for now that you are looking at overlays created by the magnificent Hellhag Productions, and that this stream is rated R, Quentin Tarantino fantasy western style. Blood, cruelty, it's a merciless world of grimdark horrors. Warhammer coined grimdark, didn't they? I think they did. But this is like Iron Age Warhammer, maybe. No blunderbusses around here, but certainly the same type of everything is very gray and mostly dark gray, and sometimes pitch black, and so on. So viewers' discretion is advised. Right. Yeah, we should be joined by Chris shortly, but I suppose we should run a synopsis of what happened last session. Because lots of things happened last session. Unfortunately, B won't be joining us tonight. He is looking after himself after a lot of hard work and not enough rest, which we wish him a lot of rest and recuperation. Because we love him dearly. So do Josh or Jess, do you want to do recap or should I? No, you're just shaking your head.
Feel free.
Feel free. All right. So, last session, I think that's 2 weeks ago, what happened was essentially to continue to explore Weatherstone. You had met up with Eldag Farthing, the not entirely trustworthy adventurer, and his group, together with your own makeshift friends, and you explored the rest of the place. In fact, we started with a bang as you were fighting a demon, or demon creature construct, maybe a Frankenstein's monster type of demon, half scorpion, half lion, half human, so that's 150% of the creature altogether. And you defeated it fairly promptly. I think Eldag was the only one who... Esgar, not Eldag. Esgar was the only one who got wounded a little bit. And then you had an encounter with a bunch of harpies that proved to be much more resilient than the creature on the ground, because they could fly and they could fly away from where you could reach them, which was highly annoying. You had some discussion with them. Apparently they wanted to trade with you, and you were not necessarily willing to trade with them, but maybe not. We'll see. And after that, you continued. There was some obstacles to overcome, and you spent the night in the guardhouse, not too far from a bunch of skeletons lying on the ground, basically. And as the morning came, nothing apparently happened during the night, which is interesting for a place like this, but also kind of gratifying for once. You pressed on to the top chamber, where you found all the treasures that you were looking for, just about, except possibly the war chest, the legendary war chest. You haven't found that yet. But when greed overcame, I'm not going to say just one adventurer here, there was plenty of greed going around. Everybody wanted to go for the magic items, the Nikaka Scepter and Rustbite, or at least three of the big group of adventurers. And then you started fighting each other, and then Algarod woke up, as well as bodyguards in the next room. So, yes, large melee, horrors, people fighting each other and the undead king and his bodyguards, ending with the actual destruction of King Algarod as well as the bodyguards, but also with several casualties among this large group. Esgar Farthing is dead, chopped down by a berserker Frida. Dindria, the not at all bard, is also dead after she tried to make off with the Nekaka scepter and failed miserably. She got literally cooked from the inside by Brennar, who immolated her. And Soren and Nindia are both critically injured in their fights against the skeletal bodyguards. And that's basically where we left off. Now, I do want to take a moment and wait until Chris joins us, as the next scenes, I'm sure, are going to be interesting for him as well. Even though his character is technically critically injured, I believe. I think I'm gonna have to look over his character sheet where he is now. Yeah, he's not in a good place. But yeah, so that's basically where we were, weren't we? Yes.
Yep, I think that recaps it pretty good, actually.
Yeah. So it's kind of mid-morning on this second day of Springwain. Yeah. And,
Told you, I'm not a nice person. They think Frida's a nice, big, fluffy teddy bear. She's not.
she's not. She's not a nice fluffy teddy bear. And certainly when she has Maligarn, she can get even more ferocious. No, I'm not sure exactly how long it'll be until Chris joins us, but maybe we should start so slowly, ever so slightly, since he'll be about 5, he says. Since his character is in fact critically injured, we can start slowly with this moment, since B won't be joining us tonight. You are up in that chamber. It is quiet after this intense combat.
The rest of their party's alive, aren't they?
Most of it, yes. I mean, Cordomar and Brother Faribold, Cordomar, Sulam, that's his name, and Brother Faribold are both still alive. And even Brother Faribold got engaged in the fight, which he almost never does. Cordomar is probably just absolutely shocked by everything that's happened. They've lost half their group since Dindria and Esgar. Yeah. Celestial is up and trying to tend the wounds of Sorn and Nindia, who are, I can in fact mark them on the map so that they show up properly. Now that we're out of combat, but since they are in fact broken, let's see now, where is this? They're not dead. Prone. Yeah, I'm gonna mark them prone. That's easy enough, right? Yeah, there we go. So both of them are prone. Celestial can use his healing skill on them, and probably will do so. But Frida, as you are standing there and coming out of that frenzy with the dead Esgar at your feet,
Imagine she's just kind of heaving with the blood dripping off of her.
Yeah, no, she's
staining the white fur.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Obviously, you didn't get any blood on you from your enemies. Otherwise, like, the skeletons didn't bleed on you, but Esgar did, copiously.
Yes, he did.
His critical wound was, in fact, slit throat, so... yeah.
Yeah, there would just be, like, a spray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, Kurosawa style across the wall, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But as you're turning around, everybody's looking at you at the moment, except maybe Celestial, who's looking at his patients. But as you're turning, you are looking at Brennar. There's something about him that you've never noticed before. He's standing there holding Rustbite in one hand and the Nikaka scepter in the other. And you realize that he must have been slouching this whole time, like an old man crumpled together by the weight of time. But now he stands before you in probably what was the glory of his younger days. He seems like he is a full foot taller. Is
this me seeing this, or is this Malagar seeing this?
No, this is you.
Malagar through me.
No, it's you.
Okay.
And
just not sure who still has control here.
No, you're out of that frenzy now. You're out of the frenzy.
Okay.
And he regal. That's the word you're looking for. He is. I mean, it's weird that you've never made that sort of.
Or a magic
sentence.
user, I'd say he had the sword and the scepter. Maybe it gave him some kind of new aura, but I'm not magical enough to know that.
You're not. No, it's like your brain hasn't really
registered it before.
Thought the sentence like aloud in your head, but clearly he is the natural leader of this group. Clearly.
Okay. So like her pack instincts almost are kicking in.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Because before
before
Frida's always seen Brainer as like an elder grandfather type to take care of.
Yeah, this is
so not so much anymore.
Take care of? Yes, in the sense that anyone who is young and strong guards their elders.
Yeah.
But now he is also the elder. The wise one.
Okay, so he's showing he's registering to Frida as more of an alpha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Certainly.
Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White.
Yep. And in fact, Brennar, as you are standing there and holding these items in your hand, and the people around you, one by one, their eyes have gone from Frida and horror, right? Because what just happened, to you, and everybody's kind of just looking at you in awe. And if you want to roll an insight to interpret their feelings, you can do that. Because Brennar isn't the most maybe intuitive in that regard all the time. Yeah, I don't think Brennar will be quite able to articulate to himself exactly what it is he sees. It's maybe everybody's just confused out of the fight. Maybe that's it. Yes, that could be.
Frida makes a move that's somewhere between a human bow and like a wolf showing their belly kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what it would look like, but it's somewhere in between those two.
Yeah, I think Brennar is also not sure what it would look like.
Yeah,
he's kind of weirded out by it.
I'm going for like a wolfkin show of respect. I'm just not sure what it would look like.
Yeah, and since Brennar is not, knowledgeable into the wolfkin ways, I think he will not get the message either. Maybe.
What are you doing, Frida?
You are the alpha, the being with the power.
What are you talking about? Just me. And at this point, he'll continue to glance around the room and see if he's getting the same steering glances as Frida.
Oh yes, he is definitely getting that. There is no doubt about that.
Do I have something on my robe? He says.
There we go. Hi, Chris. How are you?
No, they're just
I muted you
amazed
before, so you'll have to unmute yourself.
by your fighting prowess.
There we
Your
go.
skill.
There we go.
Well,
You have shown your skill as our natural leader.
I don't know if you'd call it that. I'm an old man that seen many things.
You are a wise elder.
Yeah, Chris, welcome. Hope you're all right there.
Yep.
So, you are gonna wake up with Celestial sort of bending over you and tending to your wounds, making sure you had like a pierced foot or something. Or pierced hand?
No, severed fingers.
Severed finger. Yes, that's what it was. And he's basically tending to your fingers, and you will have 1 hit point left because healing skill, right? So he's basically making sure that you can stand up and you're not as woozy anymore. As you're doing this, you will notice Brennar, who looks positively regal. It seems like he's grown by several inches. He's no longer slouched up. He's standing up, and the nobility of his half-elven heritage in its full glory as he stands there with the scepter and the sword. Clearly this group's natural leader.
Well, somebody has to be. Has anybody seen my... Oh, wait, there's my fingers.
Yeah. Celestial is taking care of Ninja as well. She had a pierced foot, though, I will remember. Severed toe. It's going to take her 11 days to heal that.
Braynar, is there anything else that we need to do here?
He gathers his composure for a moment and says, I think these 2 items were the main things that we were coming here for. Is there not a legend about a treasure also? And I look towards Brother Freeball and Cordomar.
Brother Faribold will be able to say, yes, there is indeed. He's still looking rather rattled and shocked. There is indeed. It is said that the king's war chest would be somewhere around here. I wonder if... He's thinking.
Could the ghost have been guarding it?
Possibly. You know, as I think of it, remember how the harpies were talking about shiny things?
Yes, the harpies.
Yes, go finish. Let's go finish them off.
Could those be gold coins?
They very well could be.
But gems? I do agree that we should not let the sacred treasure of King Algarod be in the possession of such foul creatures, he says. Brennar, what do you think? He's just naturally turning to Brennar.
I look at Soren and Frida and Celestial and say, do we have it in us to deal with these harpies?
Oh, I can definitely kill something else. Frida looks almost excited at the prospect of, like, more bloodshed.
Great.
Soren, and specifically Brainard, looks down at your hand.
Yeah.
You good? Do you need... What's the damage?
Well, the nice thing is with a bow is I don't actually really need my fingers. Like once the stubs have healed over, I should be good. Because ideally, when you're using a bow, you're not gripping the bow; you're just holding it loosely between your thumb and your forefinger. I'm just going to need to let the stumps heal over. So in the meantime, if there's a sword or something around that I can grab, I can use that.
Brainard passes you his broadsword. Conveniently.
Oh yeah, this should do great.
Yeah, there you go. Something to grip. Perhaps a bit.
Yeah, I can work with this. I mean, I'm better with the spear, but I'll just let the halberd clatter. It's like that requires 2 hands. So, I mean, I can still fight if we need to. I mean, ideally, if we rest a bit first, because I'm still a little.
I have a throwing spear. Could you use that one-handed?
Yeah. I mean, it would give me something to throw at any rate.
And she takes it off her back and hands it to you.
Well, if you think that rest is required, Soren, I'd rather not push it. If anything, and I look back to Cordomar and Brother Freeball and say, I think here's probably a good spot for us to stay, at least to go ahead and rest.
Yeah, it looks semi-defensible.
Only one way in.
Yep.
That is true enough, they say. That is true enough. That is true
I'll
enough.
watch the door for now.
Great. So Celestial and India are coming into the room,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Soren. And you're blocking the door then.
Yes, I will literally just shut the door and sit against it.
All right.
If it can move Frida, we're probably already in trouble.
Gallum is having a look through the windows, just and then you see he's turning this way and that, and then he goes, oh, that's not good.
What's the problem?
I'm not sure we can wait that long.
What's the problem?
The king and his bodyguard were not the only ones to wake, he says, and he turns to you.
Oh, goody.
I think they've all woken up.
I look at the window.
Yeah, so when you look out the window, you can, you're all on the top level now.
Yeah.
So, up there. And when you look down here, you can in fact see, down on the courtyard, just about, they look so small from this height, but there are in fact, no, not people, they have to be the skeletons walking around in the courtyard.
Hey, Brainard, can you do something with your necromancy?
I can talk to them, but that's about the extent of it. Normally it's the dead, and then I can deal with it after that, but not when it's already dead.
Maybe if you're holding the sword and scepter, they might think you're the king. Put on the helm and see what happens?
It makes logic, I guess. So... type of roll would that be for me to see if I can come to that magical conclusion? Assuming it's probably a wits and lore or insight.
Perhaps. You can try. You can
so
certainly try.
How big's the window frame? Like, can we see them, and well enough that if I actually came out and they recognize the fact that I had both of the objects, that they'll either start firing arrows or nod in applause?
It's probably too high up for them, really.
Okay.
You are at a significant altitude compared to them. You're seeing
sense.
them as very small figures down there, and you
Yeah,
can't
so
really
they would
make
just
out
see it
facial
as-
features. They have things in their hands, which could be like spears and swords and stuff. But that's really it.
Okay.
Galame will. Okay, so they will have a tough time getting across where that chain was. Or did you make a bridge there? No, you used ropes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used our ropes.
Yeah, so they will have a tough time getting over there unless they are very nimble. But there were a lot of skeletons just below us in the guardhouse, were they not? Says Galame.
Yes, I believe there was.
How do we get out of here? He says.
We kill them all and hope for the best.
Well, you do have a powerful sword, don't you? He looks a bit worried.
Oh, it's not our first tussle with the undead. It hopefully won't be our last.
Yes, I do agree that the odds seem very much against us, and I look over towards our wounded companions and say, look, we can either stay here a bit longer and wait till they're at our doors, or we can try and escape.
Celestial will have an idea. Also looking out. On this side, he's standing over by sort of the king's four-post bed. Look, and he's pointing down. And when you're looking down there, you can see on this platform here, there is in fact a crane. It's that wooden contraption jutting out with a rope and a hook on it. Do we think it's strong enough to hold us?
What would that have been used for?
I'm guessing supplies?
Yeah, it looks like something that would move supplies like up to the castle.
Well, the best way to find out is one of us to climb on it.
Yeah. And worst case scenario, it becomes our stand.
Yeah, I'm not strong enough to do that now, says Nindia, with her
I am.
feet severed toe.
And if it doesn't break under me, it's not going to break under any of you.
That's a fair point.
So, I will do it.
Then we have to get ourselves downstairs.
Yep. Let's get a move on before they get up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so you are going to make your way back towards... It's probably a good thing that you're getting going when you are getting going. You'll have to open the door again, of course, there. Yeah, I'm gonna move. Ninja's moving slowly. She'll be at the rear. Galame will be closer to the front.
We're going south from here.
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to go this way? Is that my understanding?
And that's when you see them!
Don't tell me the skeletons got back up again.
Nope. These, I mean, you haven't seen these one before. They're coming on the other side of the door.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we go back into initiative.
Woohoo!
Yes. And you haven't even had the time to rest properly. But at least some of you are up and not, you know, horribly. I don't know if I've reset the deck. I'm resetting the deck. There we go. Okay. Ninjas in Galame, Gordomar, and Celestial. Okay, there we go. Shall I add you, Frida, or will you add yourself?
I can add myself.
Very good. I'll roll for Celestial. That didn't work out so well for him. There we go. Did you want to roll for an initiative now, Frida? I'll give
No,
you
I'm good. I got it.
Oh, you got it? Excellent.
Yeah.
So, okay, then I can do the rest of them. So, Galame. What's it do? Cordomar. 4. Nindia. I don't even know how much she'll be able to help out. Is that a 1? Yep. And then the skeletons. Start with the ones who are actually able to get engaged in this whole thing. All right. So, seems like Ninja's first. She's gonna shout, "Go!" to Frida and exchange initiative with you. So you are on 6. You are now number 1.
I am down with that.
And she's going to be number 6.
Alright.
So yeah, you go.
Where is the enemy?
Right. There we go. You're up.
I don't see where they're coming from.
You will hear them through the door, basically. There's a shuffling noise there.
So is it the
You can hear
top
the
of the map?
steps. Say again?
Is it the top of the map that they're coming through?
No, south.
Bottom of the map? Okay.
Yeah, the top is a bunch of windows that I just use doors for.
Sorry, I have a hard time seeing things on the map sometimes.
Ah, that's a fair point.
I am a little bit blind. So I will just square myself in the way of the door and wait for them to get close enough to me, because I haven't had the chance to learn charge yet.
No, you haven't. Galame will move up to somewhere in the middle there. Bow at the ready again, but it's going to be hard. And we'll have one skeleton marching up right next to you. And of course, that's both the moves, right? So you
I
move.
still have my parry action.
Yes, but it has used both its actions just to move up to you. So there we go. Soren.
I will move up beside Frida and then just be ready to parry any attacks that may come my way with the sword.
Yep. Cordomar will... Yeah, the tricky bit here with ranged weapons is, how do you shoot past Frida into the next room? It's really not easy for them.
You yell duck.
Yeah, exactly. Duck.
Yeah, because otherwise Frida is a massive fur wall.
Yep, she sure is. Ninja can just limp around at the moment. She's not much good for anyone, but she will not shy away. Brennar, here you are.
I'm gonna follow suit here with Soren and basically go to the other side of Frida, and I will say, because at this point, Frida's kind of sold me on this idea, so I'm going to say stand down to these skeletons.
You're shouting at them.
Yep.
Stand down and showing Rustbite and Nikaka.
Yep.
They don't.
It's worth a shot in the dark.
It was worth a shot in the dark. Celestial, does he have any combat abilities to speak of? He has his staff.
He has a bow as well.
Yeah, but the bow has the same problem as for the others. So I think the staff is actually the better weapon right now. So he'll be able to go there and attack one of the skeletons right away because near range. So I'll do that. That's a hit. How about that? That's something, right? He can bring a skeleton down to prone with that thing, right? Because it's a shove. The skeleton does have a rusty broadsword that can be used for parrying. So let's do that. Oh, I didn't mean to roll twice. Sorry. Anyway, yes. Celestial is kind of going behind Frida there, poking in with the quarterstaff, but the skeleton will be able to quite simply avoid that attack. And yeah, there's one more coming up from the rear. We're back to Frida again. There you are with no less than 3 skeletons in your reach, making Maligarn very happy. The green emerald is glowing again with bloodlust, so you get to use a lot of extra artifact dice, I believe.
Yes.
What is it? You have...
Currently I think it's a D8, but I get to move that up, don't I?
Haven't I put that in there? No, I haven't. That's interesting. You get... Sorry. I have to double check this. Where did it go? There it is. And for some reason it's not... There we go.
It's a D12 if I'm facing more than one opponent, isn't it?
No, it's a D10 because you have 2 to 3. When you have
Okay.
4 or more in your range, you get a D12. So you get a D10 now. Which is still not bad.
Not 1910. There we go.
Well, at least it's a hit.
A hit. Malingar's still a little tired from my berserk earlier.
Yep, clearly. You hit one of the skeletons. Is it the same that Celestial attack? No, this is a new turn, so it actually gets to parry. It does, but only one of the successes. So the other one goes through, which gives you, what? How much damage? Is that 2 damage then? Yes. Yeah, the typical damage. 2 damage to the skeleton.
Yeah.
It has some armor. 1 damage.
Oh, I need more willpower.
Yep. You're tired. You are tired.
Yes.
Yeah, the... Gollum is shouting frustratedly, "We can't aim at these guys!"
Sorry, I can't move.
The skeleton you just attacked, that parried, can now attack you, and will do so.
And I will parry.
Of course you would. That makes sense.
Well, I'll wait for him to attack first.
Yep, that's a success. Remember, of course, that Maligarn does not like parrying. So, -2. But you succeeded. That's a lot of Banes you roll nowadays.
Really doesn't like parrying.
No, really doesn't like parrying. She's trying to like, whoa, why are you wasting me like this? But yeah, you managed to deflect the attack from the skeleton.
I kind of yell at her, listen, I can't kill more demons if I'm not alive.
Soren, you're up.
Okay.
In this clang, clang.
Well, I will. Am I within arm's length of the skeletons attacking Frida?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, excellent. Then
Certainly
I will.
the one in the middle there. It's like you're bunched up around a doorway with the door isn't really on its hinges anymore, and you're fighting through that narrow passage, which is awkward. Since you're not standing in the middle of the doorway, I don't know. We have some rules for confined spaces, don't we?
I will just try to poke at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will not do so.
Indeed.
I am not pushing that when I'm at 1 strength.
That seems reasonable. Yeah, you're just shoving it in there. It's a bit of a mess. Blades clang clang going there. It's really hard to get through anything. Gordomar is also frustrated, but what can he do? Since you could reach through to shove at one of the skeletons can reach through to shove at you. But I just want to see here again. Do we have like a confined space thing? Because I almost feel like it's hard to hit things in this confined space because of the door frame. I might give everyone like a -1 or a 2 for fighting like through that little gap when you're standing next to it. I guess. Okay, I'll roll for it. Where do we go? No, if I click that, it's just gonna do the thing. So I'm gonna do this instead, and like so, and then a modifier of -1, and then we roll. Yeah, it's much like Soren. It is poking its sword in there and trying to reach Frida, but there's just too many arms and skeletons and blades and everything that are trying to do things. Can't get through. There's no space around here, says Lydia. It's just packed. Brennar, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to try and follow suit here with what Soren tried to do. And just going to stick my blade in and hopefully...
You have Rustbite. So
yeah.
Remember the artifact die for this beautiful, beautiful sword.
Yes. So... And I'm doing it at a -1?
Yep.
Okay. So, I can't do it that way. Okay, I'm taking a -1 to my strength because I technically don't have melee.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, it's going to be, you roll actually a skill die that goes against you and removes successes if it has a success.
Okay, so I'm rolling the skill die, and that's against me if it has a success.
Yes, exactly. Which it doesn't, so you're good. You, in fact, do hit the skeleton. Let's see if its armor does anything to help it. It does not. And that's 2 points of damage to this thing. You know what happens? Yeah, you are finding that gap, reaching through just at the right time from below, up with Rustbite, and the skeleton crumbles. To pieces it goes. You destroyed it.
And at that point I say, move in.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, yeah, there's a skeleton here. It's gonna move in. And no, if it moves, you get to attack it, don't you? Because it's arm's length. So it won't do that. It will instead do what the others did. And attack Frida, because she's the only one that it can attack. But again, it is waving aimlessly and cannot close the gap. This one will step into the gap and also attack Frida without any penalties. That's a hit. Will you parry?
Because why the hell wouldn't I?
That's a good question. All right. You're trying hard to use Maligard. She doesn't like parrying. So it's just glancing on the sword, guiding it away from the center mass, but still...
Do you want me to roll my chainmail next? Or
Yes,
just my
I do.
armor?
Yes, I do. Please. Otherwise, you take, I do believe it's 2 points of damage. Unless it's 1 point of damage. No, it's 2 points, yeah. So you take
My
1 point of
longsword
damage.
did get one success.
Yes, that's why it's not 3 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
So you take 1 point of damage, basically.
Right.
the sword does strike you at probably your chest muscles, and
Yeah.
it's not enough to cut you, but you'll have an ugly bruise there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Celestial can do what he did before and try to get through and bring down the thing. Look at that, folks. Sometimes it pays
Nice.
to be resilient and stubborn. The skeleton goes down. It is now prone. He just sweeps the legs off of it. There's a final skeleton there. It's not going to be able to get through, right? So, yeah, it's just going to have to stay there for the moment. Frida, you're up again.
Okay, this time I'm gonna try and do a shove with my shield
Yeah.
so I can get further into the room.
Mm-hmm. You just barely ahead. And who are you shoving exactly this time?
The skeletons in front of me, whoever's in my way.
Left or
Basically.
right, basically.
Left.
All right, so yeah, you're shoving it back, and that's where you're gonna end up, just stepping right through.
Yeah, just so other people can have room to attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now there is a bit of a gap there, which means that someone can take a shot, maybe, if Celestial gets out of the way first. Galame will exchange initiative with Celestial for this very purpose, and go last. So that Celestial can, in fact, step out of the way. And does so. Not sure that Celestial wants to be in the middle of all that. Alright, Soren, you're up.
I will grab the short sword or the throwing spear off of Frida,
Yep,
and then throw it at the skeleton.
that makes sense.
So that's that.
Wow, look at that. Is it this skeleton over here? Oh, wait, I need to mark it so you can... Is it that one?
Yes.
Yeah, because that makes sense, right? You're standing on the diagonal. All right. It doesn't have a shield, does it? The answer is no. Okay, I'll roll the armor. The armor helps a little bit. Yeah, it will still do some damage, though, and rip up through pointed weapons. Yeah, okay, there's a pointed weapon. Yeah, it's hard to make it damage on the skeleton. You're throwing the spear, it goes through the chainmail, and then it kind of sits there between the ribs, being awkward and in the way, as it were, but possibly not harming the skeleton very much.
My God, I hate skeletons. That's my turn.
Yep. Now that Frida has stepped out of the way, I think Cordomar Sulam can in fact shoot at the skeleton in front of her, and will do so. Of course, having a bow against skeleton, I mean, we just talked about that, didn't we? This is in the next... in the next range band. So that's a problem. Let's see now. Is it mine? Yeah, it's actually plus minus 0 because, of course. Well, look at that! It's a hit. The arrow goes. The skeleton has armor. The armor protects nothing. The skeleton now has less armor. And it is in fact hit. It lodges itself kind of in the shoulder of the skeleton. Very awkward for it. There is a skeleton who is standing nearby, and will step into the middle of everything to attack Brennar.
Okay. I'm assuming I can parry? Question.
That's a hit.
Okay, I'm gonna try and parry.
Ooh, and how? Yeah, you're. That sword is coming down towards you, and with Rustbite, it has never been easier to wield the sword. That blade is made for your hand. Ding! And it's a beautiful sound it makes when you parry that sword. In fact, I can show you what it looks like. It looks like so.
Ooh.
Isn't it a pretty thing? Hmm?
Definitely.
Definitely pretty. Ninja is here, and I mean, she's hurt, but she still can fight. Ever so slightly. So she will do just that with her scimitar. That's a miss. She'll try her dagger as well. She has a modifier. She's tired. She's exhausted. She still is in a lot of pain, but she does manage to hit it. Hit the thing. And the armor doesn't help. So that would be 1 point of damage to it. She chips away at one of the skeletal parts of the underarm. Maybe, one of the we have 2 skeleton pieces in there. Yeah. One of them breaks. Brennar, your turn. You have used your fast action to parry.
So I'm going to use my slow action to hit.
Indeed. It has
Alright.
used its slow action to move to its fast action to move into that place there, so it cannot parry.
So yeah, Rainer's just going to take Respite and attempt to strike down a skeleton in front of him.
And since you're using Rustbite, here comes the bonus. It goes through metal armor much easier. Ignores 3 points of metal armor.
I like it.
So if you hit, which you do, this armor is old and rusty, much worse than regular chainmail. So yeah, Rustbite just cleaves right through it, ignores the armor completely, and just destroys the skeleton. Bash! In a cloud of bone dust.
Excellent.
All right, now there's a skeleton in front of Frida who gets a chance to do something. And it will, in fact, do something. Like attack her.
It hits. I'm gonna parry. We're gonna listen this time, right, Melagar?
Maligar, and you are not willing to...
No, apparently we're not.
We're not. Roll your armor. 3 points of damage.
Being a bitch.
Oh no! Your
Ow!
armor goes down 1 step.
Ow!
Yeah. Your chainmail has been ripped by this sword. It's old and it's rusty, and even so, it gets through. And you take 3 points of damage to your strength.
Malagar's just kind of thrown me just the right way for it to like.
Yep, you're... Barry, no, not that... Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. This
She's not
skeleton
being nice.
is going to stand up. So it is no longer prone. And then I guess attack someone. There's so many around to attack. It has no particular reason to attack one over the other. So 1, 2 on Frida, 3, 4 on Soren, 5, 6 on Brennar, I guess. That's Frida. But this one has
Can't
been a
even
bit
parry
hurt.
this time. I don't have willpower.
Oh, you can't. Oh, there we go.
I just used my fast action, and I don't have any willpower left for my extra parries.
Indeed. But luckily, it swings and misses. Hits the wall behind you. Gonk! It swings wide through the doorpost, and then the doorpost itself just stops the sword cold. Galame will shoot it. Anything that helps, right?
Yep.
Galame is pretty good with the bow. It's a hit. The armor rating has gone down for this one. And yeah, there we go. There is now a sword sticking out of the skeleton. An arrowhead sticking out of the skeleton, dangling a bit in the chainmail. It has been weakened. And then we have the final skeleton. Why wouldn't it close in there and try for an attack as well? It has also been hit. And again, same result. Swings wide. These skeletons are maybe not the most impressive warriors, but even they can get a lucky hit, so who knows how this is going to end. Frida, it is your turn, and now you have 3 skeletons around you again. D10 artifact bonus.
How much
Leave
damage
them.
did I take on that last attack again? 3?
Yeah. No, you're hurt.
Yeah, that sucked a lot.
Celestial will probably step up and do some healing on you in this, because that's going to be needed.
Broken.
You can exchange initiative with him if you want him to heal you first. It doesn't change your order compared to the skeletons.
Sure.
Then you go on number 2, and you're basically
Celestial,
shooting,
help!
heal please? And he will say yes. Oh, that was...
Ow!
Yeah, exactly. There.
Yeah, because I'm
So-
like 1 point for
No,
broken.
I'm trying to do him first. You were number 2. And he is number 1. There we go. And now he is going to... Let's see now. With this spell, he has... Nature's Cure, right? Isn't
Sure.
that the one?
I don't know.
I haven't kept track. No, that's sickness. Healing Hands is the one, isn't it? Yes, exactly. So, arm's length. He has to step in, which he will do with his fast action, and then he lays his hand on you. You have 4 points of damage on you. He will... Does he have any clay? I don't even know.
I'm gonna say yes.
He hasn't listed it. Okay, I'm gonna say that he has 1 dose of clay because I'm a nice guy. So he'll use 3 willpower points, and he gets 1 for free, of course. So that's gonna be a 4d6 roll to heal you up completely.
Yes.
Let's hope there's no mishap. There is no mishap. He, in fact, heals you with 5 points, if that was possible. You are completely healed. You have... He's reaching out with his hand, touching you on those wounds, and you just feel that warmth immediately streaming through your body, and the pain just disappears. So now you can rock it.
Now I'm gonna swing.
Yes, with a D10 artifact bonus.
Yeah, Malagar is gonna be nice, and we're gonna hit something.
This is what she likes. Okay.
Maybe she's still tired.
She's still tired. Well, it is a hit on one of them. Which one are you attacking now?
Whatever one's closest to me.
They're all equally close.
Whatever one's got the most damage.
Let's see now. That would be...
Sure, the one right in front of me.
Yeah, no, it's the one right in front of the door, actually.
Okay.
It's almost down.
Let's knock
So-
that one down.
Yeah. It has some armor that doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't.
So,
No armor.
It's done. Yeah, you just
Goodbye, skeleton.
lunge out onto it, and it's crushed. And now, of course, since you have destroyed a skeleton, roll
Do I go
your...
berserk again?
Yes.
Yes.
Roll your
I'm going
insight.
berserk. Then I'm gonna fail because I have like 1 wits left.
Yep.
Insight.
No, you didn't.
Holy shit!
You feel that rage inside of you, but you are in fact still in control.
Oh, that's funny.
It is. Soren, you're up.
All right. Well, I can't see anybody from where I am, so I guess
Now
I
you can
step
see them.
into the room. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Okay. Does that put me into reach of any of them, or?
Oh yeah. Arm's reach, absolutely.
All right. So I am going to. Fighting with the sword isn't a whole lot different than fighting with the bow. You gotta remember your
Except
stance,
it
gotta
is.
remember your breath, and I am going to use my human adaptive talent to use marksmanship instead of melee.
Ah.
Except it isn't a whole lot different. So there we go.
Nice.
As a human, you have seen what Frida did. Learned from watching her for a full month now. Just about. That was an excellent idea.
That pulls off. Very nice.
5. You're better than Frida at this right now. That is... So it's a broadsword, which is 2 points of damage, plus 4. That's 6. Do you want to spread it out on both of them? I'm going to allow you to.
I think I'd rather make sure I kill one
Fair enough.
than split the damage.
Alright. It soaks 1 point of damage with its armor. Which one are you attacking, by the way? The one in front of Frida is not hurt yet.
The one just south of me.
Yeah, it's just dust. It crumbles under your attack. That was the perfect hit. You must have hit it just like so over the clavicle, and then the actual armor, being so rusty, just crumbles as well, and then the rest of it just goes. The center of gravity, the spine, the hips, everything.
All right. I'll look at
Armor
Orphean
will
and
just
say,
reload.
after this, we rest, right?
Unless there's more of them.
Gods, I hope so. She kind of growls that out. She looks a little angry, but it's still Frida.
Mm-hmm. Right, so yeah, Nindy out there, she can't get through at the moment. Brennar, you're also stuck here. There's too many people in the way.
Yep.
The final skeleton, I mean, it's not like these things have any sense of self-preservation. It will attack. It doesn't have any sense of which one of you is most dangerous. So 1 to 3 is Frida. It attacks Frida, because I guess she's closer? Or something? Right in its face? Bang!
I'm bigger.
Yes, that you are.
I will parry.
Feel free to.
I will use my shield this time.
Yes,
I
that's a
think,
good
if
idea.
It makes a difference.
Yes, it does make a difference. You do not get a -2 for using your shield. Unless you roll terribly, which of course you do.
Unless I roll freaking terribly. Oh my god. I can't parry. It must. Maybe it's too tight quarters.
I guess it is. Yeah, your shield is maybe blocked by Soren a bit on the side. You're not used to having him there.
Alright, I will roll my armor.
Feel free to. That's a success. Your armor does not get more ripped. So it does. It would have done. Yeah, it does 3 points of damage because you got through your parry. -1, so it's 2 points of damage to you. So you feel it bites through the mail this time. Not like the rings actually are torn, but enough to tear up a gash underneath.
She's like,
your
God
gambeson.
damn it!
It hurts. Galame can't do much, and we're
We're
back to
just
Celestial.
mad now.
Who has some more willpower points, but might not want to use them just right now. Soren, you're hurt too, aren't you?
Everybody's hurt at this
Everybody's
point.
hurt, yeah. I'm thinking about if
Order
'cause he
stuff.
has Path of Healing, but only level 1, so he can't safe cast it either.
Oh, is
If I step through here and take one more step this way, like so, because I do have some bear paws and stuff like that. Or wait, we can do stand on this side and reach it with the staff. That's not terrible, but we can't do it this turn. Frida.
It's my turn. Okay.
Yes, you can crush something.
Good,
with
because that
Maligarn,
seems to
but
be
you
the
only
only
get the
goddamn
D8 this
thing I'm
time
good at.
because it's just a single skeleton.
That's fine. I got a success.
You got a success. It will
This is-
parry that, of course.
This might be one of my worst fights so far.
Yes, it parries it. Ding!
Jesus!
Soren, you're up. Are you going to destroy the last one?
I am certainly going to try. Again, I will. I will spend a willpower.
And use marksmanship instead.
I
'Cause it
will
worked pretty
actually.
well last time.
I will actually use move.
Oh,
And basically, I will kind of like zip around behind it while its attention's on Frida, and then try to attack it from behind.
I like that idea. It's a bit ninja style to go. And that works. Yeah, that's 2 extra points of damage, so that's 4 in total, which is a lot. And the armor doesn't protect. And lo and behold, it turns out that all along, Soren was the one who would bring down the final skeleton. It crumbles. You sweep the legs off. After that, it's like it's lying there on the ground and just chop the torso into pieces. It's done.
A lot of like the end of Quigley Down Under, where it's like I don't like melee weapons. I never said I didn't know how to use them.
I think as far as Frida goes, she's just still shaken from her earlier loss of control.
Yeah,
So maybe she doesn't trust Malingar as much as she did.
that's a
Probably that's a safe bet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame her.
There might be a little bit of damage to the relationship there.
Ever so slightly.
Yeah. I think that might be the issue.
I'll pull the short spear out of the one and say, "Do you mind if I hang on to this?"
No, go ahead.
Thanks.
Celestial is kind of walking over to the stairwell here.
Okay.
I can hear more of them moving down there.
God damn it.
I'm not sure if we can fight our way through all of them, he says. How many are
Is
there?
there-
Do you remember how many we've seen? It must be hundreds.
Okay. Is there any way to take out the magic?
Feel free to roll a lore roll there. I will send Josh a message.
What if we make our way back to the room where the king was, and barricade that single door leading into it?
And what, starve to death instead?
I've got rations.
For how many days? They're fucking skeletons. They're not gonna die.
She has a
Right.
Go
point.
away.
But we can heal up enough to continue.
That's also a
suppose.
point.
Yeah, that if it's a curse, there's nothing that can be done here.
There's no way to lay them to rest to bring it back down again.
what you've been doing so far is the closest thing we've got to laying them to rest.
Okay, what activated the curse? Us killing the king?
Us activating the king.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
What about Ghost Lady? She seemed to know what she was talking about. Can we make a bargain with her?
I know Celestial was talking to her.
In the meantime, these are rugs in the room, are they?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna drag one over the stairwell,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna drag another one over the stairwell.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna take a bunch of the rubble and stuff in the room, and I'm gonna like weight down the blanket because I'm like, they're skeletons. They're not that strong or smart.
That's a fair point. And
I'm
in
gonna-
fact, as you're doing this, you can see another skeletal arm starting to come up the stairs. And yeah, you just, block it, and indeed, it's gonna have some trouble getting through that. They are not powerful. They're not very strong. And by now,
No, they're just annoying.
yeah, by now, I mean, Frida, they are half as strong as you are, if that. Getting through that is not going to be easy for them, particularly since they're standing in a stairwell and have to push upwards, and only one at a time can really do it. Maybe several can gang up because they're kind of thin, but yeah, you're creating a pile of stuff here to block them from coming in.
Yeah, I'll go back and I'll grab like the table and the chairs.
Yeah, just a big
Once-
pile of stuff.
Once
There's
Frida's
plenty.
realize what you're doing, I'll assist.
I think everyone does once
Yeah.
people see what you're doing.
Brainers
Oh.
can actually look at these other adjacent doors.
I will be right
Are
back.
these actually windows?
No, these are doors.
Okay.
They're further chambers around here. These are living quarters, basically.
Okay.
And there isn't much there, but just enough to see that this has been living quarters. There's like a bathtub. There's a bookshelf here and there with moldy old things that can't be read anymore. One or two precious finds actually up here. It's
Brainers
a
basically
royal
looking for an
abode after all.
alternative way out other than the stairwell.
Well, that's the good question, isn't it? You could, in theory, look, a palanquin with silver details, if you can carry it, which you can, because it's super super awkward. There is a ladder up to the roof, just next to this stairwell. Otherwise, I mean, if we look at let me get the other map up.
Yeah, it's either up or down.
Yeah, it's either up or down, but so if we look at this other map, here's the rooftop where you can look over everything, right? You do have rope, so one potential would be to scale on the outside and then get yourself down to the crane, if that's the path you want to go, because there's might be fewer skeletons there. But that's risky, given how damaged some people are. Might be worth a shot. You've climbed things before?
Yeah, I think I can get down there, scale in the building, but I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, Galame can definitely scale things. Nindia used to be able to do it. Let's see now. She has a severed toe. So, yeah, she's like those. Yeah, it won't actually affect her move skill too much. So, that's good news.
All right. So, what do you guys think? There's an acre of those guys between us and the ground level.
Yes, there really is. Yeah, Cordomar looks absolutely disheartened and at an absolute loss. But then again, you know, he's never really been the brains of that group. Brother Faribald says a quiet prayer to Rust. Here you are.
So
is your
up or down?
God going to be able to get us out of this?
You're gonna poke him again. Yes.
Sure he
yes,
will. He'll
I'm
be able to
confident. I'm
Imbue
confident
me
he
with
will.
the strength to kill everything.
I'm confident he will.
Awesome. I'll wait for him to. I'll wait for him to show up to deal with this thing.
I think that you did. Anyone speak about climbing out the? Yeah, I think some people did. Faribon will agree that this is not the worst idea. He will, you know, he will take the risk, even though he's not terribly good at these kinds of physical exertions.
Okay.
Where are we climbing out?
How far down is it to the crane?
Well, that's the tricky bit here. So I'm gonna say that it's probably at least one move roll, possibly two, because you get down to that first little level with the rooftop there, and then to the other one, basically.
I will do it.
I'm probably more agile than you are.
What's your agility at?
5.
We're the same.
And I'm trained in move as well.
We're the same.
You got 6.
Not currently, because I have damage.
Gallum says, "I can do it. I'm agile too."
all right.
He's
let's
also
keep
a
going.
6.
Wait, I've got an idea.
Mhm.
All right. How much rope do we have?
None in
I
my
don't have any.
inventory.
Okay, let's scour this upper level for rope then.
Hey, Ninja Lady, do you have some?
Ninja Lady's dead. No, the other Ninja Lady. Does
Our
she
Ninja
have
Lady.
any? No, she does not.
We
She's
could
also
go
pretty
check
good
the
with-
bodies upstairs.
Say again?
I said we could go check the bodies upstairs.
Well, no, there might be. Does there look to be any rope in the nearby rooms here?
She's a human,
living
so she can
quarters.
use adaptive too. If she can treat this as a stealth maneuver, she can in fact ninja her way down and be better than any of you at climbing.
All right. If we can find rope, then only one person has to climb down. We angle the rope from the top here down to the crane, and then the rest of us slide it down the rope.
I'll go,
Okay.
Ninja says. But I do need the rope.
So,
Yeah.
is there-
So
let's forage around here, see if we can find anything even
Yeah.
remotely similar.
Let's
Okay.
see now. Esgar does not have any rope. Cordamar.
There's probably
Nope.
linens.
You might have to make a rope. Dindria.
Conveniently.
Nope. She has a fiddle. Brother
Nope.
Faribald.
I'm gonna
No.
double check Frida, but I don't think I got anything. No.
we are such bad adventurers. We don't have rope.
Nobody has rope.
Yep.
Celestial.
I'm a tank. I only have weapons.
I know.
I literally only have weapons.
It's like the one takeaway lesson from the Boondock Saints is you always have rope.
And that's the one thing you didn't bring. Yeah, I mean, Sam Gamgee said the same thing, right? We've known it since Moria.
All right, so we may have to.
Crafting.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the
Hey,
other hand,
Brainer.
that means a quarter day when other people can rest and someone stands guard in case, undead things come up. And that's not entirely bad either, is it?
No.
So who's
Yep.
going to stand guard?
I will stand guard.
Um,
If
Why
I'm
don't-
not climbing, I will stand guard.
that
Wouldn't,
makes sense.
Why
You're
don't
the only
you-
fighter left.
Yeah.
I
Why
was gonna
don't
say,
you?
you took damage, didn't you?
I
Yeah,
took
you
some
did.
damage.
Yeah, you should rest.
So who's
Okay.
Brother Fairball can stand guard. He hasn't taken any damage.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
He's useless in a fight, but on
Surprise,
the other
Come
hand,
get
he doesn't
me.
need to rest.
Okay. So I will heal up my strength if we're resting.
Yeah, in fact, you heal all the different attribute points that you have taken damage in.
Oh, sweet deal.
For 1 quarter day of rest.
I
Which
feel
means
like
that we move forward to, because it's gonna be mid-afternoon by the time you're done with this. What was that?
Whoa!
And that was a nice craft check.
Wow! That crafting roll is epic. You just made the best rope in the history of ever. This rope is I can't even tell how good this rope is. Crafting. So you are making a new item.
Brainerd just deconstructs the fibers from the linen and
Exactly.
reweaves them and
Do you have the raw material? I think you do. Let's see now. So gear for making a rope. I think you have the raw material because there's all sorts of fibers around here. You need 1 cloth. Yes, there's all those carpets. You can use those, right?
carpets and bed linen.
And bed linen, everything, right? And it takes you a quarter day to do it. And you need a knife to get it done. You have tailor, right?
I have Taylor, and I technically had a dagger at one point.
Yeah,
Would that be the
someone has a knife or a dagger. Everybody has one, almost. You can use Brother Fairbelts and nothing else. And with that roll, let's see now. Your roll is successful. You make the item of the same quality. Skilled craftsman. Okay. Do you need to be like a master crafter to get anything from the bonus dice?
Yeah, it has to be. If I have higher levels, then I can make it better. But
Okay,
I'm only
gotcha.
1 dot in.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're just a novice, so you can't do it better yet. Okay.
Yep. Example, when I was building the better bow for Soren.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, so you at least have built a rope. You now all have a rope. 1 rope has been created.
With those successes, is it long enough to be able to angle it from the top here down to the
It
the
is
crane?
from the list of items. It is 10 meters long. I don't think that's going to be quite enough to angle it all the way, but it will allow you to climb down. You might all need to get down to this ledge and then stretch it from there to slide the rest of the way.
Okay.
Or from this like outcropping here. Like you have these pieces of ruins here that you can stand on basically, and then do the rest, and then you can angle it. So it means a bit more climbing, but at least you have a rope that gives you a +1 and no one is allowed to break it, right?
Yep.
Nindia will have taken the chance to heal up the rest of her hit points there. She is still hurt, but from that critical injury, but at least, you know, she's functional. And who else? Did anyone else get any damage at all aside from, I think Celestial might be hurt. He's over
I was, but I
encumbered if
healed.
nothing else. Yeah, he was just a bit tired in the head from failed scouting roll, I guess. Anyway, you're all rested, ready to go. And Nindia will be the one to climb, because that's what we said. She will use her human adaptive ability and stealth her way down instead. With a +1 gear bonus for the rope. And down she goes. And that's not a problem at all. Now the rest of you will have to climb, because she needs the rest of you to get down to that ledge before she can go on to the next step.
Okay, I guess I'll.
Yep, you do it. You're down. Yeah.
And
You're standing
it's
there.
+1 gear
It's
for the
windy.
rope.
Yep. What's the weather today? It's clear sky. That's nice. No rain. Look at that. Frida just moves down that thing.
Man coming.
Are you gonna watch Brother Fairball fall?
Mm-hmm.
To his death?
Yes.
Brennar made it too.
Just barely.
So yeah, Brother Faribold will roll a. Well, he's also a human, but I can't really see how he could motivate a lore test for this. How can I motivate?
He knows the history of ropes? I don't know.
He has studied mountain climbing in a book once.
He knows the history of the structure and knows maybe where some of it's been worn through time and
I like that
where the
idea.
holes might be.
His learning will serve him well. I'll make relentless use of his adaptive ability because
Sounds like a whole lot of bullshit to me.
Hey, he passes. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
he survives. He's not going to be able to do that a whole lot of times, right? Because only so much willpower.
Yeah.
It's true, it's not like he can do, use lore to attack.
Knowing
five
exactly where to hurt the human body is not a bad thing.
5-finger death punch.
Exactly.
It's great.
He
I
should
love
have.
it.
You're saying that he should have done that long time ago. I agree, but the GM doesn't always think about everything. Okay, Cor de Marsulam, also being human, is going to use survival instead, because that makes sense.
That actually does make sense.
There we go. He gets down. Okay. Is everyone down now?
Celestial.
Cormar, brother,
Celestial.
Celestial as well. Yeah, he's not human, so he'll just have to bite
I
the
think
bullet.
he's got a decent move though, doesn't he?
He's good agility.
Yeah.
Which is not enough this time,
Can I catch him?
I guess.
Can you
I'm gonna
push?
push it though.
Yeah.
He falls. Roll might to catch him, Frida.
I will. I'll help Frida try to catch him.
Yeah.
So that gives me a plus
skill die.
one?
Yeah. Ah! I would hate for him to fall to his death when
Oof.
he's not here. That was
One
close.
success- yeah. One success is enough to catch him?
Yep.
Okay. I was
You're
gonna say, because I
strong.
can push that.
He's not terribly heavy, right?
He's
I'm
an
gonna
elf.
allow it.
Elves are light.
Elves are light.
Oh, that's nice. I noticed the new update. It automatically applies your push damage.
Yes, it does. It does. It's very lovely. Yeah, Galame hasn't moved yet. Also a half-elf, so cannot use other skills. But doesn't
Does
need
not
to.
need to.
No. He's like, what? Ropes? Who needs ropes? I climbed down on my... Yeah, this is like a one of those action movies with rappelling down. Like Commando
Yeah.
style. Is that everyone? Renard did, Celestial, Frida, Gam, and India. I think that's
Yes.
everyone.
I suppose that's just tit for
Dead.
tat. Celestial healed
Yeah.
me earlier. I caught him now.
Yeah, exactly. You're even. So now we have to get down one more level. Nindia can go first again. Don't know how many willpower points she has left though. Because it is her. She needs to. Don't she need to use? No, she doesn't need to use her willpower to use ambidextrous. Okay, cool. Then she'll have another willpower point. It's slowly running out, but... And then she can make it fast. There you go. She is now down... I'll show you. She's now down here. She will tie the other rope end there. So now you have the rope fastened on each side. And that's going to make it much easier. I'm going to give you +3 to roll for the move. And if you fall, you're going to hurt yourself a bit, but not fall to your death necessarily.
Okay.
Like, you come too fast and you hit the pavement with a nasty thud, if you will.
Okay.
Whee! Whee! Yep, you are sliding it down there. So now we have Renner and Soren are down. Frida, you got down. Celestial.
I'll be ready to catch him just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
That
we will
Bane
catch
is
him.
is on the equipment, so
What
don't
was
wanna
it?
push
Might
that.
might roll?
Yes, please. Okay.
Yes,
he will
I
not
catch
take...
him again.
Yeah, exactly. And then we
It's
have
like,
the rest
whoa,
of them.
slow down there, Celestial.
Brother Fairbolt is in fact out of willpower because he used spells during the fight. So he'll just have to trust to the gear this time. It works just barely.
And it is the gear that saves his ass.
It is the gear that saves his ass. Cordamar. Let's see, he has sharpshooter, but he doesn't use willpower for it, so that's fine. And then he has Path of the Arrow, which he has hardly used at all, so I guess I can use willpower for him again. Thing is, it doesn't really matter with Path of the Arrow too much when you're against skeletons, because again, they take no damage from the whole arrows thing. Yep, he gets down as well. Think that's everyone, isn't it? Cordomar's down, Brother Fairbolt is down. Galame, have I rolled for... No, I haven't rolled for Galame yet. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now you are all down on that level. And now comes the next problem. Getting down on this crane. It's a sturdy crane, mind you. It's old, it's dusty. The machinery is made of wood and metal that has probably fared so and so over the centuries. But it's sturdy. It's still sturdy. Feel free to assess how sturdy.
Crafting check.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Okay.
It's a thick copper chain, green with verdigris that's swinging back and forth and chiming in the wind.
So Rainer is totally like still kind of in shock the fact that he climbed the side of a building. I'm pushing this.
Oh,
And
dear.
he's like, I have no clue.
Yep, it might work or you might tumble to your deaths.
Frida can give you an extra die. I've got like 6 in crafting.
Okay, roll another skill die. Twice.
Just to see if it helps.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Just the one,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, because it's help, right?
Roll it again. Nope. Between the two of us, we're like, eh.
No idea. We might be able to swing down it. We might tumble to our deaths.
I volunteer to go first.
That's a river underneath us, right?
It is
Or
not.
a pond, or it's
It
a
is
pond or
not.
something.
It is not. I can show you what it looks like, in fact, because I made a map for this purpose. So
Oh,
you are
I
now.
can't. I can't
Oh,
see.
okay. I fixed that. Wrong configuration. There we go. Sorry about that. So, yeah, no, you're here together with everyone. So no, it really does jut out like that, and you will land on the ground beneath. It would have been completely impossible for you to reach it from the ground because it's way too high up. But if you get the actual hook, it's a chain that ends in a sturdy hook down there, clearly designed to lift heavy crates from the ground all the way up here. It's a bit frozen by rust and verdigris and things, so you might need to. Anyone have any lamp oil?
Doesn't go anywhere without it.
If you spend your lamp oil, you will be able to get it greased up to function.
I totally just do.
Smash. Lamp oil everywhere, and yeah, it's starting to rotate. You can actually now rappel down the rope and get down to the ground level.
As crazy as
Alrighty.
this is, I think it might work.
As crazy as it is.
I'm gonna do it. What do you need me to roll?
A move roll. You knew it, but you only have to roll once because it's a sturdy thing. And
Do I have any gear die for the chain?
yes, I will give you a plus 2. It's somewhat easier to hold on to than a rope somehow because of the different knuckles and you know, you can get your fingers in here and there. And
My fingers are a little big to get in the chain,
but not too big.
but I make it.
You do make it down,
Hey guys!
and it didn't snap.
Okay. Rather than climbing down, can we winch people down so they just have to hold on?
Yeah, you can do that too.
All right. That
The
might
last
be best.
person will have to climb, obviously, but
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that for Celestial Passage since he's fallen twice when we've been climbing things.
Yeah, I
this
think
is
that's
a
a
good
great
point.
And since Frida is now at the bottom,
Yeah,
I will be there to catch people who do fall.
good idea. Yeah,
That's-
just holding onto it and being winched down is not terribly hard. You don't need to make a roll for that. So who is going to be the last one to go down? That's the question.
I can go last.
All right.
I was just gonna say that if Soren's not, I'll go.
Fair enough.
No. I will go.
Cordamar and Brother Fairbald gets winched down. Galame and Nindia. I think Nindia will want to get. No, the rope is gonna be stuck up there, right? You can't
Yeah.
get it down.
We can't really get the rope.
It's done.
Yeah.
All right.
I will momentarily think about convincing the brother to lower me down and that he can come down.
Just to be an ass.
Are you gonna do a manipulate on that?
I will try and manipulate on that.
You got this.
Got this, brother.
I will give you an extra die by giving you the ability to say that, hey, Frida can catch you if you fall.
Oh,
And I will actually I will spend a willpower to use survival instead of manipulate.
Oh, that's brutal.
As I tell him, you know, even if you do fall, those bushes over there are very safe, and Frida's very good at catching people.
Oh dear.
You saw her catch Celestial. Push it. Push it. That's a
No.
safe push.
That's a lot of dice. You pushed it.
oh wow.
That was so bad.
Russ was just protecting him, guys. Sorry.
He's just
Apparently-
looking at you and
apparently
looking down
Ru-
and
yeah.
no.
Yeah, Arthur, Russ is protecting him. Apparently, that's how his god works.
Yeah.
Nice gods.
Okay.
Yeah, you have not made a friend today. You didn't try to, I know.
Alright,
One by
so you
one,
said-
you're all gonna get down there, and then the last person will have to do the roll. Which you did without any problem. So now you're all down. You've spent more than a day in this accursed place. But you have managed to come down, and it seems to you like the skeletons might not have noticed that you climbed on the outside, probably because they're skeletons and not too bright.
Run away, brave Sir Robin.
Yeah, we need to be going.
Yep.
We're done with this
There
shit.
were two of you who limped away from here who limped when you got to this place. Now there's three of you limping because Nindia is doing it as well. But away you go from this place, and finally you have in fact escaped from Weatherstone.
I guess you can't avoid curses when you're looking for cursed objects.
That can be a thing to think about.
That's some wise advice there for you.
There is, the harpies are flying around. Shiny things! They're coming flying over you. Shiny things! We want the
Shut
stick!
up!
He has the stick! We want the sharp stick!
I'm gonna intimidate the harpies.
Yep, go ahead.
Shut up, or I will stab you with my sharp stick.
Sharp sticks! They fly away. They do fly away. They're not gonna challenge you. You've already defeated them once, and that's quite enough for them. Thank you very much. Oddly enough, your group is bigger now than it was when you came here, because Cordamar Sulam and Brother Faribolt has joined you, even though you lost two in there. Yeah, you can probably, as you walking past the drawbridge, you can see there are skeletons walking there, and two of them raise bows at you as you're making your way away. And for a moment, you kind of cringe a bit. Here comes the arrows. But then you realize that their bows don't have bowstrings. Those bowstrings must have rotted off a long time ago. So what they're doing, they're taking their arrows, they're putting them on a bowstring that doesn't exist, pulling it back, and then just letting go, and the arrow just clink, 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 clink on the ground. And then they take another one and do the same thing. Clink, 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 clink. And they're standing there and doing that while you're going away. And
It's almost like an automaton.
yeah, exactly.
Stuck in time.
Stuck in time. So, you are getting away from Weatherstone, finally. How does that make you feel?
Oh, thank God.
Sleep is good.
I think we should put some distance first.
Someone want to carry my burdens for a moment?
Sure.
You got any space?
Yeah,
As
I can carry quite a bit.
As I pull out a helmet out of my bag and some poison from a scorpion beast and say, "Here, can you hold this for me?"
Sure.
Thank you.
I will pack it away neatly.
You are now, it's getting to evening. You won't be able to exit the hexagon unless you spend another quarter day hiking.
As Soren said, distance is probably better than sleep right now.
Yep.
All
Now I
right.
can actually hike.
I have noticed
not
that Celestial
overburdened.
Passage is in fact over encumbered.
I will take some of his stuff too.
All right.
I've got pack rat, so.
Oh, good. Encumbrance. Yeah, he has endurance. He would have to roll for. He has studded. Let's see now. He has 4. And why is he over encumbered?
Because
Weapons.
No, not weapons. Your food, water, and
Oh, right.
arrows,
That would be it.
torches.
arrows.
Yes, that would be it. So what do you want to grab? Thing is, it's the food and the weapons and the arrows and everything. Torches he has a lot of as well. Who's gonna grab some stuff?
Wait, 1 second, let me double check my talent. 2 more items than normal. So you can carry double your strength, right?
Yes. So that's 6 for you plus 2. That would be 8. Shouldn't the pack rat thing?
It doesn't auto calculate on the character sheet.
That's a bit annoying. Okay. Well, you can take 1 more item then.
Yeah. Well, I will give my arrows to somebody. I can't fire a bow for like a week.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look here. I mean, Galame can take 1 die of our arrows.
I only had a D8, so.
Okay, yeah, he had a D10, so he can't take both arrows. I
Uh,
guess India can grab
Can
some.
Frida take them if we're not counting the longsword?
Because you don't have the horses anymore.
No.
She can. Let's see now. You have.
Because we agreed the longsword doesn't really count because it's only on there for math.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at your chainmail. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, you have 2.5 items too, more than you can carry.
Okay. I will take Soren's arrows then.
Yep. That's a D6 left after we passed some over to others.
And then I've got 2 weight worth of stuff I can take easily.
Okay, why don't you grab 2 dice of torches from Celestial? He goes down to D8, and that didn't make any difference at all.
No,
Yeah,
as
torches
long as you have any resources, it counts as a weight of 1.
Yeah, he'll give 2 dice to Frida as well, so you go up to D8 torches, and so does Soren, and that helps him somewhat. He will have to give his staff to someone, I guess. He can give his staff to Galame for now.
I can carry the staff.
You can carry the staff too, yeah. Certainly can. So, there you go.
Okay. Perfect.
Now he's still slightly over encumbered. I'll give. Let's see now. Galame has a D12 arrows. How about Cordomar? Because it's the only thing left that I can part with for him, I guess.
So what's Celestial still over encumbered by?
Arrows.
Okay.
But I can
Brainer said Brainer can take it and he drops all his torches.
Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of torches between you. You get a D8 arrows.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, now he's not over encumbered anymore. Celestial is not a very strong fella. Strength 2, I believe. Yep. So, not the sturdiest. Okay, now you have rearranged your packing. You're, out of sight from Weatherstone. You've rearranged your packing, and where are you gonna go? Are you gonna hike this evening? 1 hex away? Or possibly 2.
Can I tell how late in the day it is?
Yeah, it's now you are on, where's that? This is the start of the evening quarter day.
Okay, so if it's the start of the evening, why don't we travel, then we'll set up camp, and then we'll sleep till like noon. That puts some distance between us and Weatherstone.
Sounds good to us, says all the others.
Does anybody know, is there like a town or a village anywhere relatively nearby? Does anybody know? Do I know?
Brother Faribald might. You might be good for something finally.
No, he's not.
I know! There is a place I've heard of. It's not too far away from here. To the southwest, there is a village.
Is it like a Rust Brothers village? Or is
Of course
it,
it is.
Fuck.
What Soren's trying to politely ask is it a village where they're gonna put me in a cage?
Yes, it might.
Then it's no good to us.
Okay, then we continue north.
I according to what I've heard about it, it's called Blackhold, and I mean it's a mining town, and they use a lot of laborers, you know, Asleens and such people, to and orcs and anyone else they might have been able to capture.
What's your problem with Asleens?
Yes. Anyway, that's the place.
No, seriously. What's your problem with Asleens? I don't like the way you said that word.
But everyone has heard of General Zertorm and his notorious brigands and raiders plaguing our lands for years now.
And you've plagued everybody else's lands for also years.
Now listen, let's just all get along until we get onto the other side of this mountain.
I'm just looking for a town that's not going to end me up in a cage, or apparently a mine.
We're simply protecting these lands from demons.
Asleens
Do
aren't
you know what a
demons.
demon actually looks like? Like, would you actually know one if it slapped you in the face? Because I've killed at least 5 so far.
Well, we faced one in Weatherstone. Did we not? The thing that was with lion's paws and.
No, that was an experiment. That wasn't a demon.
I mean, it was almost like a demon.
I've seen actual demons, like at least 5 of them, and killed them.
Muttering to himself.
Brother Faraball, is this encampment friendly to yourself and your colleague here? And I look at oh my gosh, Josh about names, the other gentleman.
Cordomar.
Cordomar.
I'm fairly sure that I and Cordomar and looks towards Nindia, who is another human. Yeah, we can go there safely, I'm sure.
In India, if you'd like, you can continue to join us, but I think at this point, Brother Cordomar, it might be best for us to split ways.
You
With
are
what we have
right.
to do, you would be safer that way.
We are traveling further north, further away from Rustor lands. As we get closer to our friends, might be more of a harm for yourself.
And we are looking for more demons.
Well, I'm happy to go towards Blackhold, of course. Nindia is kind of looking at the rest of you and yeah, she says, I I have to admit that the thought of going to Rust Brother lands is not necessarily what I would want to do.
You're welcome to stay with us. It's just not going to be a safe road.
There is no safe road in these lands.
We tend to look for trouble.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I do not look for trouble, but, well, I suppose I do in a way. She smiles.
At this point, Brainard digs in his book or his bag and pulls out some rust holy symbols that he's gathered along the way.
Where did you get these? Says,
You don't want to know.
He passes them over to the brother and says, "Fallen compadres north of here. Make sure that they get properly back to Rust."
I will do that. That is an honorable thing to do.
I will roll my eyes and I just start walking north.
Freda will wait for Brainard to be safe and then follow.
Yes, Brother Faribault will, in fact, listen to exactly what you've said, and he and Cordomar will part ways with you here. Cordomar will, unlike, because he has a better relationship, it seems like, with you guys than the good Rust brother. He will, in fact, stretch out his hand and in a way to say thank you.
Frida will take it in her gigantic paw and shake.
He's scraggly, he's ruffian, he's been out in the wilds. In a way, his scruffy appearance probably appeals a bit to both Frida and Soren. He's has this like bandana of leather around his forehead. I never thought I'd fight side by side with a wolfkin, but I'm very glad to have met you, Frida.
You too. And hey, now you have a tale to tell.
Now I have a tale to tell. I'm not much for telling tales, though. That was Dindria. But I'll say this. I'd hate to end up on the other side of that sword of yours.
She's wonderful when she likes me.
If you say so. Well, you be well, brothers and sisters. Rust watch over you. That was still Cordomar.
Flo guide you to your passage.
And you.
Yeah, Nindia and Galame are not nearly as eager to go to a place called Blackhold, so they won't.
Yay. Those are the ones we liked anyways.
Pretty much. We just wanted to get rid of the uppity Rust brother.
Well, you succeeded.
Well, I mean,
They're
to be
being
fair,
murder hobos.
I was going to volunteer to take a watch and then see if I failed an empathy roll, so, you know.
That's when you let me take the watch and you just let me know what you need done. I am
dear.
obviously not above killing people in their sleep.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I wasn't going to kill him in his sleep. I was going to wake him up so he could see who was doing it as I slit his throat.
Oh,
Well, that's fun too.
that's yeah,
That's awesome.
that's not dark at all.
People misunderstand just how tolerant Soren is of religious people.
Clearly.
Which is not at all.
That makes me wonder how things would go over if this group ever got to Pelagia. We'll find out one day, maybe, or not.
It amuses me how Soren's like has issues with religious people, but it hangs around with Celestial.
Because he's not people, he's a half-elf.
There you go.
Yay!
All right. So, do
Is
you
that
want
why
to
you
get up
like
in the
Frida?
mountains?
Because she's not people, she's a wolfkin?
You'll notice there's no other humans in the party, right?
There is
True.
no other humans in the party. This is true. Did
Yes,
you did you want to move to the next
Yes.
hex
Yes.
then?
I will lead the way.
Lead the way.
Hell out of here.
And you do so quite well as well. You're not gonna break your legs on in a sudden rock slide, for instance. Which hex are we going to now?
Just like
So-
due north.
Yeah, that's as far as you're gonna get, because mountains.
Yep.
By the time night falls. Let's have a look and see if there is something bad befalling you in these mountains. Celestial will, of course, keep watch, unless Galame does it, but Celestial does have the looking glass, and thus a bit of an advantage, I believe. Spyglass, yeah, exactly. Keeps watch for you all as you walk, and indeed nothing ill does befall you this night, this evening, as you have a nice evening stroll in the mountains. You guys, this is beautiful. You can see down, you cross the summit, You can see down into the valleys below, the forests, the glittering waters of the river, which should make for easy following. Of course, right now you're gonna get tired, so maybe it's time for you to make camp.
Yep.
You find a good camp and make it. Set up a nice little dell there where you can have a nice little fire that people can't see from afar. Is it Celestial who usually takes the night watch while everyone else is... So the morning watch this time while everyone else is...
Usually.
Usually, yes.
Galame can keep watch while things are being... camp is being found.
And then, yeah, because he usually sleeps while we're setting up camp.
Yeah, so... That failed. I'll push that. There we go. Galame is not used to using a spyglass to watch things around him. And apparently it gives him a bit of a headache after a while. But camp is being made. And that's good. So, while we're making camp here, out in the wilds...
Rainer, if you want to forage a little while we're making camp, I can cook it in the morning.
Yeah, it's fine. We got rations. I just want
Okay.
to get distance.
Fair enough.
We have a nice little mountain place, don't we?
Can't see it yet.
Oh, sorry. I'll
okay.
fix that. Configure. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. And Soren, you're making camp. I need one of those like little tokens where I can put up like a campfire and stuff just to make it look better. We have, who am I missing? Frida. There we go. Yeah, so you're making camp in this little dell here. Galame is standing up here to watch out for something. And he will, in fact, wave and come down to you. And he whispers and points towards the north. Ogres coming this way.
Do we want to hide or do we want to slaughter?
They have not seen you yet.
How many did you see?
2.
I could probably take 2.
Can't read it.
I can do a lot of things if I put my mind to it, okay?
Do we want to do this? Praetor just kind of looks at the fire, looks at his compatriots.
We might not have a choice. Depending on their trajectory. If they're gonna walk right
Words.
by us, they're gonna see the fire, then I'm not stealthy. We can't hear you, Chris.
Is it muted? Is that better?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they can't. I mean, they can't surprise us. We know they're there. So maybe they won't attack us. Maybe they'll wander by. Maybe they'll be friendly. I haven't had a whole lot of, interactions with ogres that weren't violent, but you never know.
Maybe they're nice.
So why don't we just go about our business, but kind of be
Keep
wary.
an eye out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll draw a light source here. You clearly, created a campfire. So there you go. Unless you want to put it out. All right.
Nope.
Not putting out the campfire?
Nope.
All right. You will hear, "Oh, yeah, and sure enough, they will, because it's dark now. It's you're setting this camp up in the middle of the night, and they will definitely be able to see that, and they're coming towards it. I think they pretend to sneak, as far as ogres can do that, which is not very far.
So they attempt. They just
Oh, look at that! How about that? They actually, this is perfectly charming. You don't see the roll because it was set to private, but they have 2 successes on a sneak roll, which would have been awesome if Galame had not spotted them before. They are pretty good at their sneaking now.
I mean, I'll get up and sword out and be ready, sort of thing, but in a non-aggressive stance.
Yeah, they have a club each.
Yeah, Frida's got hand on the hilt, but
Yeah, they're coming closer and closer, and as will they realize that you've seen them? They might not.
Rainer will wave.
where are
You're
they
waving.
coming from?
You're waving to them? Yeah, they're coming
Yeah.
from the north.
Okay.
Got to do it this one way or the other. So yeah, totally. Rainer will wave.
Hello. Hello there.
Evening, fellas.
They're like, huh?
Can we help you?
Yeah, give us your money.
No.
No?
No.
What do you mean no? They're
I
coming
mean,
closer.
no. You're being rude.
We're big and strong. We're stronger
So
than
am I.
you. We're stronger than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
We're really big and strong.
So am I.
But we're bigger.
Hey,
No, you're not.
Frida. It's all right. It's all right.
Frida's giggling at this point. She's delirious.
I will reach into a pouch, and I'll pull out 5 silver, but I'll give 2 to one of them and 3 to the other. And the one that I only give 2 to, I'll tell him he gets more because he's stronger than you.
What? He's not stronger than me. This is a manipulation roll to get them to fight each other. I'll give you a +1 for the lovely, +2 in fact for the actual silver and the lovely trickery going on here.
Good job.
They will of course get an insight roll, which is not terribly impressive. Want to push that?
Ow.
Ow.
I will push it, but then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done.
They're like,
Frida's gonna kill them anyway. I don't care.
you can't fool us. You have more.
Yeah, but you're too dumb.
What? We're not dumb. We're
Listen,
strong. That's what we
listen.
are.
I am tired. I am cranky. I just dealt with harpies and skeletons and a mouthy ass preacher. Go away, and I will roll an intimidation.
Feel free to roll an intimidation. It succeeds, which is not terribly surprising. You have that
It is
shiny
just
stick.
Done.
They will get a negative. Yeah, I'll roll their wits. There we go. Yeah, no. They're these 2 guys are like. Indeed. They're like that sword that you have on your hand on. You haven't drawn it yet, right?
No, it's
But
still just.
you have it, and maybe you're pulling it out ever so slightly just to show that you're gonna do it. And
Malingar might be just kind of popping up on her own almost.
yeah, and there's a slight glow of the emerald under the leather, and since it's dark, they can still see it. So they look at that, and they look at you, and they look at that sword, and they look at all of you all, and everybody is ready for going for something. Like Nindia has her hands on her sword hilts, and who are these fishy, half elves? Right. Harpies. Maybe we can eat them. Where are they?
That way.
Oh, let's go eat some harpies. And they start walking away.
Good, maybe they'll take care of our skeleton problem.
You never know.
Or the skeletons will take care of them. I don't really care which anymore.
Celestial was trying to sleep during all this. Didn't really work out, so, so he doesn't get his rest for that night when he wanted to have rest.
While Frida is talking to them, Soren's just turns his back and goes and lays down and has had enough of people since I currently have 0 empathy.
Rita's gonna have to cook some breakfast.
Well, you did. Yeah, nobody has slept this night yet, so everybody needs to sleep for a quarter day or get sleepless, right? Galame hasn't slept either. He kept watch. He's very tired. So who is going to actually stay up and keep watch during the morning shift?
Raynar will keep watch.
All right.
If he can get the tool from Celestial.
He can.
And that's a 2 gear.
Yes.
Pushing it.
Oh no! You actually do damage to the spyglass this time. Also, you
Brenner
have
knows
no
how to
idea
fix
if
it.
you're going to be hit by something bad. But the sun will come up.
Brainer fixed it last time, so he's actually rechecking his work and everything, so he's paying more attention to the spyglass than anything else. And so maybe pops the lens out by accident.
Exactly. Oops.
It's all out of focus now.
Yep.
Big thumbprint on it.
Yeah, big old thumbprint, yeah.
Well, I mean, you did play with the oil grease and climb down a rope.
Yeah,
and
my
everything,
hands
yeah.
are terribly dirty, right? And
Yeah.
not realizing it. Plus, I needed willpower.
Oh, I desperately need some, but I haven't done anything yet.
Do that. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be by noon. It's a new beautiful day, the 3rd of spring, Wayne. Again, scattered clouds. Nothing is disturbing you this morning. You do have to eat your food. Everyone. Frida, of course, is always...
Yes,
Extra
Frida has
hungry?
to eat double. I don't do that when I cook it fresh, though, correct?
That's correct. Celestial had his meal. Galame
I am
his
full.
meal. Oh no! Galame has ran out of food because he ate the last of his backpack there.
Is he good for now?
He's good for today, yes.
Okay. If I
India
don't find anything to cook, I will give him more.
is fine and drinks, and it's okay. So yeah, you're all having your meals, and you slept during the morning, right?
Yes.
So you're all good, except for Brennar,
Except for
who
me.
did not sleep because you keep
I'm
watch.
used to not being sleepy. Or, I mean,
Indeed,
being
you are
sleepy.
now, in fact, sleepless. Sleepy is what it's called. Yes, exactly.
I believe you've been sleepy before.
He has.
For 3 or 4 days straight. It's great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It was hard going there.
It's not great for
Um,
a sorcerer, but it works.
Indeed. Right, it's noon. Bright sunlight, Still patches of snow up here because, of course, you're high in the mountains. Spring takes a long time to get here. Are you gonna travel on immediately with a sleepy Brenner, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we may as well. He's a tough old man.
He is a tough old man.
Push forward, guys.
The alpha is strong.
Ugh.
So yeah, we will just continue to the north.
To the north you go. Okay, I need to mark where you've been, because that's important. Uh-huh. So, you're starting towards the forest. And, yeah, Celestial will do what he always does, but this time his spyglass has taken some damage, hasn't it?
Big old thumbprint on it.
Yeah, exactly. Clumsy man. He will roll for the scouting. And he sees things. You are on your way down from the mountains when, in fact, you see in front of you. It's the road is going on ahead, and it is a fairly narrow path here. And as you have passed a turn, Celestial will basically hold up his hand and tell you all to get down. There's a wagon on its side down there. It's blocking the path.
Do we want to go down and investigate it?
Probably couldn't hurt.
Who knows? Maybe there's someone that needs your help.
I'll go down and sniff around. Brainard, do you want to come with me? And Soren, cover us with your bow?
I can't fire my bow.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while to heal up.
I need my stubs to heal up better.
Do any of our NPCs have bows?
Yes, indeed. Galame does.
Do you want to cover us with a bow and arrow while we go down and check it out?
I will do that.
Okay. Brainard, are you good to come down and check it out with me? Are you too tired?
Also, Celestial can, if he gets some arrows.
He can have the D6 I've got.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't shoot a bow. I don't have a bow.
There we go. He's now over encumbered, but he's not going to run anywhere anyway. He's standing up where he is.
Just gonna say, while I am leading the way, I'm going to be practicing some with the broadsword, and I'm going to spend the XP if I can learn Defender, since leading the way counts as restful.
I don't think I have Defender, so I can't teach you.
Is it a quarter day of training, or is it a quarter day of rest?
Well, you can spend XP during a quarter day of rest.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Defender is not one of the fighting talents I have, so I cannot teach you.
Yes, when you rest or sleep. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead. There you go. You have learned it.
Still getting the balance right and all of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Frida kind of watches you from behind.
Yeah. So
down you go
Yeah.
towards this
Brainard and I will go down.
upturned.
Frida doesn't draw her sword, but she's got her hand on it. And I'm using my hunting instincts, my ability to scent, to try and smell trouble in advance.
Yeah, even as you're starting to go down there, let's see now. Rolled it was one scouting success. Okay. Celestial has like a flank for you, and Galame has the other, so they can shoot from long range.
Yeah.
They might get some negatives for the range because they're not as good as Soren with their bows, but at least they can shoot. And as you're getting closer to this upturned wagon, you will, in fact, why don't the one of you who has the best scouting roll of the three who are approaching, or the people who are approaching, that would be Frida
Just
and Brenner.
Brainer.
Is Soren there as well?
Yes.
Approaching? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So who is best with scouting of the three of you?
Soren or Brainer.
I've
Two
got
currently.
6.
6 is good.
Okay.
Look at that. Good indeed. Soren, you will see that there are people behind who are moving, and there's like a head that pops up and then pops down again really fast, and those tusks you cannot mistake. That was an orc. And you also hear a slight rustle of stone on the side. This is like a canyon, right? So you have a feeling about this.
It's an ambush, guys.
Of what?
And I will like very deliberately point out, like I'll stand there and I'll point, I'll be like, there's like 2 guys behind the cart. There's one guy over there on the right. There's like one of them looks like an orc.
Do we know if they're the right clan of orcs?
Well, we're not in orc lands here. These are Rust Brother lands.
Okay.
You hear a very orcish type of shout.
All right, we know you're there. You might as well just come out from behind the wagon.
They're looking up there a bit, and you.
Yeah, you're not scary. Just stop and talk like civilized people, please.
It's 3 of them behind the actual cart. You pay us to pass.
No.
Frida.
Yes.
Brainard gets out his coin purse. And,
Why?
Oh, we're gonna try this
Not
again?
we are going to try this again.
Brigands.
And Brainerd gets out his coin and basically passes 5 silver over to them.
I'm gonna
says-
just have to yell at them again.
I just follow Brainer's lead since he's the leader of us.
Yes.
Do you want
As
to
he
roll?
looks back and tells
manipulate, perhaps.
Roll your manipulate.
And if you're rolling manipulate there, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just adding that in the special spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get gear bonus now?
It succeeded. Nah. That's not enough. We want all of it.
Can I yell at them now?
Yes, you can.
She's looking at Brainer. Can I yell at them now?
Go ahead.
I will draw the broadsword.
And I will draw respite.
I have slaughtered things larger than you. Get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, you're gonna get a minus. They will get a +1 on insight because they are outnumbering you, but
Do they see our archers?
probably not.
Okay.
Or possibly, but yeah, okay, no negatives, no positives for them. It's kind of an even numbers, really. That succeeds. They fail.
Yay!
I guess the one hand, the slight glow of a Malagard, the very
The archers
confident-
glinting in the sun.
Yeah, rustbite glinting in the sun as well. Like, on second thought, one of them goes, 5 silver is the fee to cross the road. Aye, that it is today. Yep, 5 silver. Thank you. We keep you safe here, you see. Aye, that we do. Very safe travels now, adventurers. We keep you safe.
At that point, Brain Arrow gesture to the ones hiding in the woods and tell them to come out.
Yep, the archers come out, and Celestial limping, and Galame as well comes there, and India, who was probably gonna do some kind of outflanking ninja, kill people from behind maneuver the way she can do. Yeah, they will let you through after you just
What are they wearing? Any like markings or tribal symbols?
Yes, indeed. Well, one of them has a snake tattoo on the arm that he's kind of tried to
Do we recognize that?
cut over. That's the one symbol you can see. Otherwise, they don't have any.
Okay.
As far as you can tell.
These are mercenaries, as far as I can tell, Frida.
Okay. Just need to know if I need to pass things back along to the queen.
Yeah, you're starting to head north again for the first time in a long, long while, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, sometimes it's just easier to let me yell at them.
And I understand that, but we gotta also be peaceful a little bit sometimes. Not everything can end in bloodshed.
Kill anybody, I'm just yelling at them. Most of the time, they're too stupid. They piss their pants and run away.
Well, when you get this huge wolfkin, this is, I'm gonna say it's lightly forested.
Who, by the
So-
way, probably hasn't had the ability to wash up and still has blood, like arterial spray in her fur.
Yeah. This is a thing, right?
There's a river right over there.
There is, in fact.
Then she'll smell like wet dog.
Finally. It's better than looking like a blood massacre.
Hey, but that helps on those yelling checks you're just talking
It
about.
does.
There we go. The scouting roll works well.
And yes, if you don't want me to kill them, sometimes letting me just yell at them is your best option.
So which hex are you going to now? Straight north?
Straight north.
Straight north. It's a good thing that you have Celestial watching out again, because as you move north,
More dumb brigands?
Nope, not dumb brigands this time.
Dumb Rust Brothers?
Not really. I'm gonna have to move a thing. There we go. Well, it might be Dumb Rust Brothers. You spot it before you get close enough for anyone there to spot you. It's a village.
That was the one from...
Is it?
Yeah,
no, it's not.
We've been through this way before. It's a Rust Brothers village.
Yes.
You can see it's heavily palisaded.
Oh, is that the one we had to try and sneak through?
This is the one that... Yes.
Okay, can we just go around it? Because I can't yell at a whole village.
Sure you
That's
can.
why I said
That's
that.
harder, to be sure.
Have faith in yourself.
I can. It just might not go well.
So we will skirt the village if possible.
I would say so, yes. It would be good to have someone to roll a stealth roll, the weakest among you, in case a villager is out hunting or such like.
Mine is 3.
I will give you a +2 for being in a forest.
I think you're probably the least stealthy of us.
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna put the 2 into the gear die. And... Hey.
Look at that! It works. And that's not gonna be. It's not gonna be harder than that. With that kind of circling around, you're definitely gonna get around the village. Which brings us to noon of this day. Do you want to press on? Might be a good idea, because Rust Brother Village.
Not in friendly lands.
They're
Yeah.
oh so friendly. They're very nice and friendly. They would never, right? Or maybe
Yeah, we
they
should.
would.
We should definitely push on.
Yeah, you can get 2 more hexes this day.
See if we can get to that corner piece there by the end of the day.
That works. Why did I roll that privately? Yeah, he succeeded with the scouting anyway. You are in a... in the plains now, are you?
Yes. Getting into the more open terrain so we can hopefully make better distance.
Flea's a good word.
Yeah. You're traveling across the Harga Plains now, and in the distance in the northwest you can see the glinting waters of the large lake. These lands are browner than green. Though in these parts, it's actually getting better. More and more green the further north you get. The blastedness of whatever happened in Harga in centuries past does not affect these areas quite as much as it did in the north. And I guess it might feel good for Soren to see green grass rather than brown, blasted, cursed grass.
Finally.
You can get 1 more hex before the quarter day is over.
Sweet. Let's GTFO, fellas.
Look at that. Why did I roll it privately? That's not why. Okay. Yeah, Celestial is amazingly good at scouting, and it's a good thing too, because he sees something very alarming coming your way along the plains. He's looking through the looking glass and then goes, "Oh. It's that armored thing again. The smoking, burning armor. Terra Malda."
We still don't have the magnet.
Yeah. We're like significantly far south from where we saw it last, aren't we?
Yes, you are. You saw it last time up by Brinestrand. It must have
Yeah, that's what I thought.
walked a long way south since. Clearly.
Yeah.
Here it is. It hasn't seen you yet.
Let's guide
Right.
it.
That's the whole point of having a scout, right?
Based off of what we know of it, we can't fight it, so let's run around it for now.
Yeah.
Agreed. That I
Indeed.
cannot yell at. I mean, I can, but it's not going to end well.
I don't think anyone under would
Feel free
understand you.
to roll the weakest person with stealth. This time you're not getting any bonuses because you're out in the plains.
Yay.
My stealth is a 5.
Mine's 3.
Yeah, that will be you then.
Oh,
Ooh.
That succeeds.
Good job, Brainer.
Of course, this thing does have scouting. But your stealth negates it. Just
Enough.
or no, you are the one who's trying to sneak across this thing, so you need the 2 successes, right?
Would
or
make
does
sense.
it need 2 to see us?
Let's have a look. This has significance. It's a contested roll. Let's see now. Group rolls, difficulty, opposed. To win in a post roll, you have to roll successfully and roll more than your adversary.
So it would have to win then, since it is looking for us.
Yes.
Fair enough. I clearly can't push that, so there we go. All right, I'll go with it. It is.
Like I think like it had spotted us first, then we would be the ones that were trying to.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's walking there. You can see how where it steps, the grass just smolders and blackens. It's there's like a black trace where it has walked, and then there's small fires in the grass. It's a good thing it's spring and not summer, because this thing can cause forest fires where it walks. Yeah, it walks right past you and keeps walking south.
Although something maybe we can test while we get someplace. I'm curious. That thing's made out of metal. The sword is called Rustbite. I'm curious as to whether we have a way to test if that sword is made out of that meaty whatever iron.
It's a great question. When we have a moment to rest,
Yeah, we're absolutely not going to jump it and test it.
I'll look to see if my sword's magnetic.
As impulsive as I am, even I think it's a bad idea to just jump in and test it.
Absolutely. But I'm thinking maybe the name of the sword and the fact that thing's made out of metal armor, maybe that's not a coincidence. Maybe.
You might be right, Soren. But let's wait till it passes and then we'll move forward.
Absolutely.
So you had done, what was it, the first step of the afternoon, right? Which means that you can do one more. Here's the problem, though. You now are on the west side of the river. To press on north, there's a village.
Yep,
And a big one.
We plan to head into that corner crook where the river bends around.
How do you get across? Because there is that river that blocks your way.
Oh, there's a river there too.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think this is as far as we can go today if we want to camp. So that's a problem we will approach in the morning. Because I think, we circumvented the village at around lunchtime.
Yeah, and then we went 2 more squares because we're on the plains. That's technically night.
Yeah. So it's camp setting time.
Yep.
So, camp.
But as we travel, I will continue to practice with my sword.
I'm going to hunt while Soren sets up camp.
Very good. Soren has a headache after this day's travel.
Yeah. But yeah, I am trying to practice actual sword fighting techniques, since apparently I may be using the sword for a few days.
So it's survival to hunt?
Yes.
Do I get any bonuses from my sense of smell?
No.
No.
Okay. It's been a while since I've done it without Soren, so I can remember.
Yeah.
I'm going to push that.
Galame, make sure that nothing bad will befall you. You are hunting diddly.
And I do not successfully set up camp.
You do not? Oh no.
I do not.
This is a mishap
There we
then.
go. Yeah, Frida literally.
Do you want to
finds
roll the
nothing.
make camp mishaps? You should be able to access it, right?
That's one of the macros, right?
Yeah. It's tables.
Tables.
Rollable tables.
Corgi mishaps. Big camp mishap.
Yes.
Woohoo.
That doesn't happen a lot. But it does happen every once in a while. Oh no! Fire! Oh no, it spreads out of control. 10 sleeping furs gear. 5
not
base
there.
damage. Oh no. Move roll to save your gear. Failure means that one piece of equipment is lost in the fire. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was bad.
I'm not there and I have no gear.
You have no gear there? No, that's good for you. I'll roll move for Celestial here. Oh no, one piece of equipment will burn. Soren, oh no, one piece of equipment burns. That's terrible. Does Celestial get hurt? But no, that's a good thing. Celestial does not get hurt by the fire. Soren, do you get hurt by the fire?
That's right, 5 dice.
Yep. You do not. Galame will have to roll for move to save some equipment. Does not! Nobody managed to save anything. What kind of gear? That's the bow. It has no other gear. Or water or arrows. I'll probably lose the water instead. The water burns. Celestial loses some gear also.
I am going to roll randomly for my gear because that seems like more fun.
Okay.
Is this something that can be pushed?
No.
Move?
Yeah, you can push your move roll, absolutely.
Ah.
What did you lose?
I apparently I didn't take any damage, but my leather armor was destroyed.
Oh no. How about Celestial's longbow has been destroyed. That's terrible. Nindia. She will also have to roll move. Everybody tries to. Nope! Nobody succeeds in. Okay, she'll push it. She doesn't have that much. That's terrible. She saves her equipment though. Let's see now. I have rolled for Celestial. He didn't get damaged. How about Galame?
So I
Does
managed
not
to
get
save
damaged. It's 5d6. See if you get hurt by the fire in India. She does get fire damage. She burns herself trying to save her equipment. She succeeds in saving the equipment, but at the cost of burning her hand.
So,
Oh,
Mikhail,
what a calamity.
question for you.
Yeah.
I have Firewalker as a spell.
You want
Is
to
this
cast a
something?
spell?
Yeah, can I cast it and just basically?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm burning the willpower, save casting it, and
Yep.
taking no fire damage.
And taking no fire damage. That's what you get as a sorcerer, right?
So Brainer just stands in the middle of it all and goes, eh.
Did you
No,
lose
it's
any
more like
equipment?
Brainer
though?
says, "Oh shit!"
Did
Walks
you
in,
lose
grabs
any
his equipment, and walks out. Because I also passed a move. So
Okay, good. So you didn't lose any equipment.
Frida just comes back from the woods with a headache and goes, what the hell, guys?
Exactly.
Wind,
Feel the smell.
the wind kicked up and it's a bit drier than everybody thought.
There's nothing in the woods. The fire obviously must have scared them away.
It's been an overall pretty shitty day.
It has.
And it has, yeah. Between
not over
trolls
yet.
and giant fucking robots and fire and fuck me.
And it's
That
not
is still
over
young.
yet. Let's see now. I had the scouting roll for Galame, who was watching over while Celestial was supposed to sleep, and that didn't happen because of the fire. But even as you're doing all these things, and Galame is watching, and pointing out, there are people coming. There is a road here of sorts. It's not. You're not close. You're not camping on the road. Obviously, you're keeping well away from it. But you can see it in a distance, And on that road, you can see a group of people coming. They haven't spotted you yet. That's because Galame was doing very well with the scouting. Some of them are on foot, and others are riding in carts. And many of them are painted in all sorts of very bright colors and dressed in, they have the jester cap with small bells in it, and dressed in clothes with several different colors striped across them. And yeah, they're walking there. There are some people who are escorting them on horseback, who are not dressed in this way. So yeah, they are kind of coming your way.
As long as they don't try and take our money, I'm not going to yell at them. I look at Brainer and say this.
But considering we nearly started a forest fire, I think we're...
Yeah, I think they
elements
know
of
we're
surprise
here.
might have gone out of the window there.
They are. You're putting out the fire, and they're kind of veering off slightly. They're seeing the fire from your.
The giant wolfkin just stands there looking really tired.
Yeah, the people who are escorting this little troop, they're kind of just greeting you in a bit of a tense manner. They're not engaging necessarily in conversation. As the wind is coming in from the lake, Frida, you will react to this. They smell terribly. They smell dead. Like they've been dead for a while.
I take a really big whiff.
Brenner, you feel free to roll lore. Yeah, you're a necromancer even.
Sure.
Brainer, there's something wrong here.
I'm still broken from earlier and I didn't get any sleep yet, so as far as I'm concerned, hey, it's a coach. Actually, sorry, I'll push.
Can
But if
I
I get broken, it's your fault.
Can I give him a die for recognizing that they're dead? Oh, you don't need it. I was gonna say I can give you a skill die for recognizing that they're dead.
Apparently he yeah, I have the message for you there in chat.
Yep. So yeah, I said, no, they are dead. It's just the restless. Don't bother with them. They won't bother with us. Think of it more along the lines of, they didn't pass yet.
Yeah, it seems to me there was a settlement somewhere where there were some undead, and somebody, either you or Celestial Passage or maybe somebody in the village, said that some undead are just not natural per se, but expected.
Stuck?
No, not even stuck. Like there's evil undead, and then there's folks that just
not done yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember who explained it. I think it was either Brainer or Celestial.
Probably Celestial. And I look over towards and
this group will pass you by. They don't engage with you at all, and they've made it about maybe 150 meters or so. They're far enough away from you to not be close to you. When you see coming from the other direction, which is in this case the west, a unit of guards. And these guards are iron guards.
Are they undead?
They are not. They are a problem. Do not engage with them if they get close. That is trouble.
Yeah, they seem to be coming. So they're coming from the northwest and riding at a good trot.
So just leave the restless dead to the iron guards and let them kill each other?
They probably won't do anything. If anything, they're probably looking for us. Or they were following Telemon.
They are, in fact, cutting across towards the company of the Restless. They ignore you completely and go for that group.
Okay.
We're gonna go that way.
This
We're gonna-
is an excellent cliffhanger to stop on, isn't it? I'm looking at the time here as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Iron Guard. Iron
Restless
Guard.
Dead.
Undead. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
I think so. This is a good cliffhanger to halt the action. And
It is like, as
hopefully-
fun as this sounds, we should probably GTFO.
And Brainer with only
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
wins left.
there is
can't
more
sleep.
than one Iron Guard here, to be sure, and that's always a concern. This is an entire unit of them, so yeah, it's not going to be easy to fight them.
Especially since it's nighttime as well.
They're not going to
It's
be
getting
afraid
there.
of,
Yeah, it's
of
evening.
me.
Yeah, this is evening now because you're setting up the camp. This is still happening just after the fire, so it's.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's an interesting place to halt for tonight. And yeah, there we go. Session 30, you guys. We've done 30 sessions of this. How crazy
Wow.
is that? And yeah, I'm not gonna say that nothing has happened behind the scenes because it has. But I have a feeling that things will be revealed on screen soon enough. Exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah. Weatherstone
I
done.
love breaking shit.
Another adventure site completed. Another ruby in your clammy hands. Sooner or later, someone's gonna notice, right?
More notches on Frida's belt. That's really all she cares about.
I mean, I'm curious to what happens when you get back to the Eye of the Rose with more rubies than anyone thought you might get, and have that conversation with the Empress. That could be an interesting moment too.
That won't be a power struggle or anything, you know? It'll be
Not
fun.
at all. It'll be fun.
No.
How many
It's not
elves
like
am
anyone.
I gonna have to kill?
It's not elves, it's orcs, remember?
No, I like the orcs. The orcs tell me how it is. It's the elves that are uppity little bitches that talk around words.
You still gotta find the crown.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. So there we are.
All right. Well, have a good night,
Thanks,
folks.
everyone.
Yeah, thanks
Night.
for watching, and we're back in 2 weeks, I would think.
Ooh.
I don't know that.
Hopefully.
There's anything. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Back in 2 weeks.
Hopefully. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.